Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show that you love the most with your host, Darius Pemberton. Fellaz is back on your set. We are here today with a great segment that I know you're not going to want to miss. My friend, my brother, Elder Lamont Dudley of First Fruit Ministry of Hope. That's correct.
That's correct.
Great to have you with us. I want to begin by telling us a little bit about your ministry and what you're trying to do.
Well, our ministry is a ministry of hope and deliverance. We are a nonprofit ministry, and we are also a parachurch ministry. The nonprofit is the ministry where we work with different nonprofits, and the parachurch ministry is where we come alongside other ministries and even nonprofits to help them with their vision in the community, to take advantage of the different things in the community.
Okay, so you guys know, the reason why we are here tonight is because, correct me if I'm wrong, you're having a very big men's health fair. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Can you share a little bit about your men's health fair and what you look to be doing and what your goal is?
Well, our goal is to put in the mind of men to think more about their health, because as we know, we men, we tend to think more about other people, or if it's not broke, the old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And we tend to just think about other things, our job, and as long as we are feeling well and feeling good, we say, well, I'm all right. But our ministry, the Men's Health Fair, is to get in the mind of men that your health is very important, not just to yourself, but to those who love you, your girlfriend, your wife, your children, and those around you that really love you and want you to be around. Now, I was speaking to a lady on yesterday who I was telling her about what we are doing, and she said, well, that's good because my husband has retired, and I will be retiring soon. And I told him I want him to take care of himself, so when I retire, we can be together. I don't want to retire and be by myself.
In other words, she wants him to go get checked out and make sure that everything is like it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
And I have to say this to my men watching, because I know that as men, we despise going to the doctor.
Right.
We despise going to the hospital for anything. Mm-hmm. And I believe that that's for a couple of reasons. Number one, finances. Wouldn't you say that's one of the reasons why men don't want to go to the doctor?
Absolutely. They do not want to go. That's one of the many reasons. The excuses men use is finances. And see, this health fair will be free.
Totally free.
Totally free. All you have to do is come, so you don't have to put out any money. There'll be much information. There'll be healthcare professionals there to take your blood, your high blood pressure check your blood, your pressure, and to give you a diabetes check, because those are the two, I guess, especially the African American community, those are the two that we tend to not check on. And the blood pressure check, they say that is the silent killer. You can walk around for years and have high blood pressure and not ever know it. And we know that diabetes is sort of running rampant, not only in America, but it's in our community also.
Right. And I have to share this too, to let the men know how serious it is to monitor your health. I've shared this with you. When I was 42, I had 3 heart attacks in one day, but I had no signs. I didn't feel any pain. I was just going throughout my day, and if you were, the average person to look at me, it's like, okay, he's athletic, he's doing this. how in the world can he have heart attacks? But like you said, there is a silent killer, which is stress and everything else.
Absolutely.
And we have to go get checked out. I may have had a couple of pains, but it wasn't nothing that made me go and get checked out. So that's why I believe that this is very important, what you're doing with this health fair, because it will begin the process of letting the men know, okay, well, hey, your blood pressure is kind of high. Your diabetes test came back a little negative, and we really have to do something about that. So are you putting anything out to, to advertise and let the people know where you're going to be and all of that stuff?
Yes, we've, of course, contacted many people on my contacts on Facebook. I'm doing the social media. I have gone from door to door, and we'll do more of that. I've gone to churches, and of course, being a minister of the gospel, I know many pastors, and I've gone to several churches and left my flyers, and they assured that they would post it, and some will have it on the screen so that the word can get out.
Right.
This isn't about myself or the community or others. It's not about a particular ministry or church or a person. It's about getting the word out to the men in this community because they need it.
Right. So in the city of Goldsboro, where exactly is it going to be? What time is it going to be? So that my viewers and everybody, whenever they get this information, they know where to go to. They won't have an excuse.
Well, it will be November the 2nd, 2019 at 607 South Slocum Street at the Community Crisis Center. And most people in Goldsboro, I find out, knows the director, Elder Aideen George. She's pretty well known. And so that is where it'll be 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
10 till 2.
And there will be gift bags. There'll be some giveaways. There will be 2 speakers. We will have 2 speakers to talk to the men about it, and there will be little raffles, tickets given away that you could win, maybe some prizes.
Right. So rather than just being able to come and get your checks, you can also you might could win a couple of 2-3 things. Right?
That's correct. That's correct. And we want it to be fun because I find out over the past few years that there's a lot of emphasis on women's health, which is good because they should have a lot of emphasis on their health, and we need to start putting some emphasis on men's health.
Exactly.
Because both men and women need to be healthy.
Right.
And the healthier they are, the less you have to spend. And as the government says, if we stay healthy, it costs everyone less.
Right. And I will say this in reference to what you just said about what it's not about. So I'm pushing for, whether you're a part of a church, a ministry, a business, or whatever, push the men to come out. Push the men to come out and get these tests done. Check on their health, especially if you're a man and you know you ain't been to the doctor in the last 30 years. I had to say it like that. 30. You ain't been to the doctor in 30 years. You know you need to come and get, and it's not even about if you have children or a wife or family that needs you, but even if you're just by yourself, you need to get, you don't drive your car for 5 years without taking it to get it tested. So why do we carry ourselves as men and go for 10, 20, 30 years and haven't even been to get a checkup?
That's correct.
That's something that's real serious. I think that what you're doing is awesome. Also, you shared with me, and I want to put this out there too, for medical professionals, nurses, anybody that has any type of experience with health fairs that can offer something, right? Because you're looking for anybody to come and volunteer and be a part, right?
Absolutely. If they will come, we will find a place. The Community Crisis Center, if most people know it in the community, know it's a sizable building. There's a lot of room, and we'll find a place for you. We'll set up a table for you to help these men so that they will be able to get more emphasis on themselves. We want them to know that it is important that they take care of themselves, for themselves, that they will be around as long as possible.
So you heard that for all of the people who've been sitting around. I really want to help the community. I think more needs to be done in our community. Now you have the opportunity. You're a nurse, you're a doctor, you have some type of medical experience. You have the opportunity to help. He just offered you that opportunity to come be a part. And we're going to push throughout this entire segment for you men to get on point and check your health. That's very men, boys, and like he said, the women, y'all are not slack though, because y'all going to the doctor every 15 minutes. But as for men, we don't do that. So we got to kill that thing from back in the day where I think it was inherited though, because our grandfathers and our fathers, Absolutely. They despised the doctors.
Yes,
right?
And it was about money, and I think if they would find out, if they would really come and find out what's going on, because we do have someone that is going to talk to them about natural things, and we know in speaking and following what you just said about our forefathers and elders, they believed in a lot of natural things, and we've kind of gotten away from that. So Brother Dexter Jones will be there to talk about his business of selling health products.
Right. That's good too, because a lot of times it's not so much of medicine that we need over how we're eating, how you're living, what you're doing, all of that can affect your health. That's very important. So it's awesome that you are going to have speakers there to share with them what they need. But as we move forward, I really want to kind of dig into the importance, because we've talked about, the men need this and the men need that and they need to come out and all of that. But I want to dig into the importance of the health fair in itself in the community, meaning the negative effects that it could have if you don't go. The negative things that could happen if you do not take part of the men's health fair or, go about to check your health and make sure that you're like you need to be, like I said, like you check that vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So when we come back, because we're gonna pause and go to a commercial break, but when we come back, I want y'all to make sure that y'all stay tuned in, because you got to get this next part of this, because we're going to go a little bit deeper. It's very, very important and imperative that you pay attention, because as men, if you want to do better, we got to get our health straight. We got to get our children are counting on us.
Absolutely.
Our wives are counting on us. Everybody that loves us needs us to be here. And we're dying at alarming rates of one of the number one silent killers, which is stress. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pause and take a little break, and we'll see you in a minute.
Don't be stuck on the side of the road. Call Easy Choice Towing at 919-396-8857. Call the people that you can trust. If you've been in an accident, don't wait for someone to call a random towing company, but call Easy Choice Towing. You can trust them. 919-396-8857.
Hi, welcome to downtown Kinston. This is Salon Stephen. I'm the owner, Steve Parnell. We welcome you to come and visit us sometime. We're here at 209 North Heritage Street, Kinston, North Carolina. Our phone number here is 252-523-4800, and we love Save News.
Hi, I'm Karen Creech with Earth Angel Advocacy, and today we're going to talk about October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Men are diagnosed on average about 2,000 times annually with breast cancer. This number may be so low because men don't self-examine. Want to encourage you also to do your self-examinations and call your local health department to see if there's a mammogram or a resource for you and speak with your private physician so that you too can stay healthy. Join us next time for another Advocate Minute.
Welcome back, everyone. Back to Goodfellas, back with my friend, my brother, Elder Lamont Dudley, back on the subject. We were talking about going a little deeper into the positivity of the men's health fair. And we were discussing about breaking generational curses and teaching our children another method, another way. Expound on that a little.
Well, we know in the book of Deuteronomy the Lord encouraged, I would think through Moses, commanded them to pass on what he's done. And so in that, we should look at passing on the good things about our health. And so one thing we need to do is when they come, if you have a son, a nephew, or a little cousin who are male, bring him along. Let him see that it's all right to go to the doctor. It's okay to come to the doctor. The doctor or medical expert, medical professionals are not there to do you harm. They're there to help you and to give you insight into what's going on the inside. Since we can't see what's going on the inside, we can begin to trust others. And also it will give you what some people call the inner doctor. Mm-hmm. And if you start thinking about your health, then you'll start listening to that inner doctor that's on the inside that's telling you where you need to do this or you need to do that. And as men, when we hear that inner doctor talk, then we just sort of glaze over it or push it to the side.
Right. And when you talk about the inner doctor, what you're basically saying is just like we used earlier about the analogy of a vehicle. Mm-hmm. When you're driving your car, you get little warning lights that come on. Mm-hmm. And I believe that our bodies are designed the same way, where we get warning signs. It may not be what we're looking for or something that says, hey, this is big, is getting ready to happen, but we do get those warning signs. So I agree with you on what you label the inner doctor, and I definitely agree with you on us as men making sure that we show our children how important it is to take part in their own health. Don't teach the children that the only time that they go to the doctor is when your mama get ready to take you to the doctor. Let them, Mom, I'm not feeling well right here. Now, I know that, a lot of kids do anything to get out of school, so they'll pretend like they hurt. You know what I'm saying? Not that type, but, just push your children to come with you. And like you said, it doesn't have to be your child, your nephew, a male period, to come with you to this event. What else do you think is very important that we need to deal with as far as our men's health and pushing men that may be that motivator to get them out there? Because we don't want to try to push somebody to go to the doctor in the middle of a heart attack.
Absolutely. Well, there's one thing that one of the things that really does affect the African American community is prostate cancer. As in my readings and research, it is something that even the medical experts don't know why, but we tend to have prostate cancer at a higher level, more aggressive. And I know as I'm talking about this, men are thinking that somehow, okay, I do not want to go in and get that examination for my prostate. And let's just be upfront about it. With the ladies, whenever I say that around the ladies or my wife, and they say, well, you look at what we have to go through when we come in, go to the doctor. And all y'all do is go in and you hear the rubber glove pop and the lubricant and the doctor.
You get the little graphic.
And so we don't want to hear that, and we just decide, okay, we don't need that. But it is something that we have to do. It is part of the examination, And there's a two-part examination. They will draw your blood and look into the blood and find out if you have elevated count in that, and then they want to do the digital examination. And so men, we need to do that. And they said we should, the experts say, professionals say we should start, especially African American men, should start at the age of 40 to start getting our check, at least once a year. And so we should not wait, we should not procrastinate. We should start and begin to really see about ourselves,
right,
and go get that check.
Right. Prostate cancer, diabetes, cancer itself, all of these things can come on you silently and with no signs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So that is the true importance of this men's health fair, and men, even after the health fair, making sure that you get on point. If you don't have the money, you got the watch mobile, you have the
Wayne County Health Department,
the health department, whatever you got to do to stay alive, because I'm sure your child needs you, your wife needs you, your mama needs you. I feel that it's just such a serious subject.
Absolutely.
That it can't be overlooked.
That's right.
I've seen so many of my classmates and people that I thought were fine and healthy, and next thing you know, they have stage 4 cancer, which could have possibly been prevented if they would have gone and got tested.
That's right.
If they would have gone and
that's right,
made sure that everything is okay. So I'm really big on the health fair. And outside of the prostate cancer, I want to quickly mention a little bit about stress. How do you believe that the stress is also that motivator in the men's health that can be a very serious negative?
Well, stress, we know that stress is a killer. And over time, right by itself, we know that stress will take you out. It may be the number one killer in the world,
right,
stress, because people are going through all the time. And so with men, the Lord has put us up ahead and be in front, and we have a lot on our shoulders.
Right.
So we need to watch our stress. And in going to starting to go to the doctor means that the doctor, once you come into his presence or her presence, they do one thing. You may not realize it, but they are watching you. They're and observing you. And I've watched my doctor, and as he went through examination one time, as he was typing in, I just happened to be able to see it, and he was giving my general look, how I looked,
facial expression,
how I acted when I came in. And men, we probably never thought that they would be doing that, but they're observing us, and so they would have something to go by the next time you come in.
Right.
That's why they weigh you and take your blood pressure when you come to the doctor every time.
Right, to see if you are on stress level
Absolutely.
with your blood pressure.
Stress will affect your blood pressure. It will affect your weight, because if you're stressing out a lot, you may, in some cases, people eat too much, and so your weight may balloon. Or stress can go the other way. You'll lose weight.
Hold on. So you're saying that I'm wrong if I go to the buffet and have 6 plates? I mean, I just want to know, because I don't know. I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah, you got a problem.
I got a problem.
You got a problem.
Well, I ain't by myself. There's a bunch of people out there who got a problem right along with it.
I've seen them come back to their tables with 2 plates.
I'm guilty of that.
And then they go back. And I'm wondering, where is all of that food?
It's going into their system, which is not coming out quickly, which is what causes the health problems
Absolutely.
that we later on experience, such as diabetes and all of that, whenever
That's
I was
right.
sitting eating a whole dozen of Krispy Kreme. But everybody knows that you can't eat just one.
We know that, especially when the light is on.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's really melt in your mouth,
You know.
not in your hand. So.
Exactly. But on a serious note, it is very important what we're discussing for us to get our men to get out to this fair.
Yes.
Get yourself checked out. Get your son checked out. Let your son see you getting your blood pressure checked. If your son is 15, 20 years old and he has never seen you go to the doctor, that's a problem. We want to eliminate that immediately, starting with the health fair.
Absolutely.
And again, when is it and where is it? I want you to say that, so I don't want no excuses for them not showing up.
It is November the 2nd.
November the 2nd.
10 to 2.
10 till 2.
At 607 South Slocum Street.
607 South, I'm sounding board. South Slocum Street.
At the Community Crisis Center.
At the Community Crisis Center. Everybody in the community in Goldsboro, you know where that is. So you have no reason to not show up. Now I want to let all of the men know, I don't care if you're not in Goldsboro, whatever city you're in, Google it if you have to, but find you somewhere where you can go get your health checked. If you are close to Goldsboro and you could make it to this men's health fair, please be there. Good. But I want you to make sure that you do, after this show, start the process of getting your health checked. It's very, 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 very important. Your life, your family, everybody, everything depends on how far you go to make sure that you're okay. Now, again, like I said, I want them to make sure that they don't got no excuses. Tell us again where it is, what time it is. Everybody be there.
It is November 2nd, 2019, 607 South Slocum Street at the Community Crisis Center, Goldsboro, North Carolina. And the phone number, the contact number where you can call me if you need information or directions, or any of the vendors who may want to join in, the number is 919-590-2677.
Well, Elder Dudley, I definitely thank you for joining us tonight here on Goodfellas. I'm glad you took your time out to come out to help us push the men to get to this health fair, and I hope y'all come, support. You'll be supporting yourself more than you're supporting him or the ministry. So I hope you enjoyed this segment of Goodfellas, and we'll be right here again next week. So join in. Good night.